1 Samuel chapter 11. So Nahash went after them and prepared to go to war against Jabesh Gilead. The men of Jabesh petitioned Nahash, "Make a treaty with us and we'll serve you." Nahash said, "I'll make a treaty with you on one condition, that every right eye among you be gouged out. I'll humiliate every last man and woman in Israel before I'm done." The town leaders of Jabesh said, "Give us time to send messengers around Israel. 7 days should do it. If no one shows up to help us, we'll accept your terms." The messengers came to Saul's place at Gibeah and told the people what was going on. As the people broke out in loud wails, Saul showed up. He was coming back from the field with his oxen. Saul asked, "What happened? Why is everyone crying?" And they repeated the message that had come from Jabesh. The Spirit of God came on Saul when he heard the report, and he flew into a rage. He grabbed the yoke of oxen and butchered them on the spot. He sent the messengers throughout Israel, distributing the bloody pieces with this message: "Anyone who refuses to join up with Saul and Samuel, let this be the fate of his oxen." The terror of God seized the people, and they came out, one and all, not a laggard among them. Saul took command of the people at Bezek. There were 300,000 men from Israel, another 30,000 from Judah. Saul instructed the messengers, "Tell this to the folk at Jabesh Gilead. Help is on the way. Expect it by noon tomorrow." The messengers set straight off and delivered their message, elated. The people of Jabesh Gilead sent word to Nahash, "Tomorrow we'll give ourselves up. You can deal with us on your terms." Long before dawn the next day, Saul had strategically placed his army in 3 groups. At first light, they broke into the enemy camp, and they slaughtered Ammonites until noon. Those who were left ran for their lives, scattering every which way. The people came to Samuel then, and they said, "Where are those men who said Saul is not fit to rule over us? Hand them over, we'll kill them." But Saul said, "Nobody is going to be executed this day. This is the day God saved Israel. Come on, let's go to Gilgal and reconsecrate their kinship." They all trooped out to Gilgal. Before God, they crowned Saul king at Gilgal, and there they worshipped, sacrificing peace offerings. Saul and all Israel celebrated magnificently. Chapter 12. Don't chase after ghost gods. Samuel addressed all of Israel. "I have listened to everything that you've said to me. I've listened carefully to every word, and I have given you a king. See for yourself. Your king among you, leading you. But now look at me. I'm old and gray, and my sons are still here. I've led you faithfully from my youth until this very day. Look at me. Do you have any complaints to bring before God and his anointed? Have I ever stolen so much as an ox or a donkey? Have I ever taken advantage of you or exploited you? Have I ever taken a bribe or played fast and loose with the law? Bring your complaint and I'll make it right." "Oh no," they said, "never. You have never done any of that. You have never abused us. You have never lined your own pockets." "Well, that settles it then," said Samuel. "God is witness, and his anointed is witness, that you find nothing against me, no faults, no complaints." And the people said, "Yes, he is witness." Samuel continued, "This is the God who made Moses and Aaron your leaders and brought your ancestors out of Egypt. Take your stand before him now as I review your case before God in the light of all the righteous ways in which God has worked with you and your ancestors. When Jacob's sons entered Egypt, the Egyptians made life hard for them, and they cried for help to God. God sent Moses and Aaron, who led your ancestors out of Egypt and settled them here in this place. They soon forgot their God, and so he sold them off to Sisera, commander of Hazor's army, later to a hard life under the Philistines, and still later to the king of Moab. They had to fight for their lives. And then they cried for help to God. They confessed, "We have sinned. We have gone off and left God and worshipped the fertility gods and goddesses of Canaan. Oh, deliver us from the brutalities of our enemies, and we will worship you alone." And so God sent out Jerubbaal, Gideon, and Badan, Barak, Jephthah, and Samuel. He saved you from that hard life surrounded by enemies, and you lived in peace. But when you saw Nahash, king of the Amorites, preparing to attack you, you said to me, "No more of this. We want a king to lead us." And God was already your king. So here's the king you wanted, the king that you asked for. God has let you have your own way and given you a king. If you fear God, worship and obey him, and don't rebel against what he tells you. If both you and your king follow God, no problem. God will be sure to save you. But if you don't obey him and rebel against what he tells you, king or no king, you will fare no better than your fathers. Pay attention. Watch this wonder that God is going to perform before you now. It's summer, as you well know, and the rainy season is over. But I'm going to pray to God that he'll send thunder and rain, a sign to convince you of the great wrong that you have done to God by asking for a king. Samuel prayed to God, and God sent thunder and rain that same day. The people were greatly afraid and in awe of God and Samuel. Then all the people begged Samuel, "Pray to your God for us, your servants. Pray that we won't die. On top of all of our other sins, we've piled on one more, asking for a king." Samuel said to them, "Don't be fearful. It's true that you have done something very wrong. All the same, don't turn your back on God. Worship and serve him, heart and soul. Don't chase after ghost gods. There's nothing to them. They can't help you. They're nothing but ghost gods. God, simply because of who he is not going to walk off and leave his people. God took delight in making you his very own people. And neither will I walk off and leave you. That would be a sin against God. I'm staying right here at my post, praying for you and teaching you the good and right way to live. But I beg of you, fear God and worship him honestly and heartily. You've seen how greatly he has worked among you. Be warned. If you live badly, both you and your king will be thrown out.